Hey, welcome back to Nomadergarage. This episode we're working on a 1952 Ford F1. Not a big project. We're just trying to get the running board to line up better with the front fender. And these perches were welded on the frame. I cut those off because they're in the wrong spot. Problem is that the gap between this part here and the running board was too great. It's like 2.5, 3 inches, and I want to close that up as close to this area as possible. We have 2 body mounts to work with. The problem is if we bring the truck too far down, this door will not align. So we have a number of things to consider or try to get to work with each other as best as possible. Is it gonna fit perfectly? No. This truck sits on a 71 Ford F100 frame, and that was done before I bought the truck. It fits pretty good overall, but this is just a minor adjustment that we need to make. When all the adjustments are made and we have the running boards in place as best as we can, then I'll take these perches and weld them back in the right spot. Then we'll be able to properly bolt them into place. Clear as mud? Yes. Hey, leave the cat alone. So the first part of the process, hey, I put this extension on this fender about 6 or 7 years ago when I initially rebuilt this truck, and I think this extension was just a little bit too long compared to the other side. Fit well with the braces that were on the frame, but it's not right. So I took about this much metal out, then I re-welded it, and now I'm gonna skim it with some short strand fiberglass. It's a little stronger than just filling it with Bondo, and on these longer welded seams, the added extra strength is probably not a bad thing. Thanks for your help, pal. We'll let that set up and come back, block it out, and see what we got. So while that fiberglass is setting up, I'm gonna head over to this school, fill in for a guy in the school cafeteria, elementary school. Kids are great, staff is great, and since it's about 40 degrees and the streets are dry, I think I'm gonna drive this. So this truck has a Ford 302. It's got a Edelbrock RPM Performer intake, and it's got a 600 CFM Holley street brawler. Well, we made it to school. Well, let's see what the kids have in store. See how crazy they are today. We made it through lunches. Kindergarten, second grade, fourth grade. The young kids were ramped up today. Let's get home and check out how our fiberglass is. This set up really good. It's rock hard. So I'll make some sandpaper and knock it down, and we'll check on it after that. The entire fender's been sanded, and I'm gonna spray with some high build primer. And then we'll continue sanding it till it's ready to paint. Going back and forth with these body mounts, I finally got them to a place where the door will fit. It's amazing how a 1/4 inch on either of those mounts makes a huge difference. You can see up here on the door lines up about as well as it's gonna get on this truck. And next up, I'm gonna clean up these braces here, and they're gonna weld to the frame after we get the running board installed. So then these will go exactly where they need to be. Well, there goes the show finish on this fender. Don't worry, we'll get it back. Tomorrow, cameraman Jacob's got a couple buddies, and they're coming over after church. I think I'm gonna get them to help me put this on the truck. We'll give them some exposure to the hobby. I don't know how much exposure they have right now. So it's not a big deal, take a couple minutes, but it's something. All right, so I got Jacob's here with two friends.
Andrew, Matthew.
And they're gonna assist putting this fender back on. It's easier with 2 people, but we got 3 people, so it'll be super easy. Right, guys?
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
All right.
Definitely.
You're not standing in front of the camera, are you, buddy?
No. Which one's you're recording? There's 2.
That one right there, the orange one.
Yeah, but there's 2.
2 what?
Lenses.
They're right
next to each other, Jacob. What are you talking about?
Good heavens, boy.
Stand behind it until you're ready.
All right.
Jacob.
All right. So go ahead. You guys come on over here. We should get stop. All right. Go ahead and pick up the fender. Back. Sorry. And then bring it up. Closer. Now hold it right there for a second. This is gonna go Yeah.
Go over
Down.
that thing?
Down. No, it's got it goes up next to it. Yeah, just like that. And then push it back. Okay, right there. Down a little bit. There you go. Okay, that's one. That's two. This guy here. Three. You guys are doing great so far. How's it going?
Good. Good.
Jacob, where's the light?
I don't know. Where's the light?
Where is it?
There's no light. Yeah, there is. Where? Ow. The light.
The one job. I give him the one job.
Oh, it's right there. Okay.
You guys are doing great. Have you ever worked on anything like this before?
Not this old.
Oh, really? But have you worked on, do you have your own car?
Not yet.
Okay. You
I'm
worked
still-
on your dad's car?
Yeah, I have.
Do you have to change the oil and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I've changed the oil on my dad's car and then some of my grandpa's vehicles.
Okay, you guys can let go now. Slide down.
You should all buy one. You know my truck is old.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be.
You should take the Buick.
That probably won't go very well.
Sure will.
All right. Good job.
Attack.
Attack.
That wasn't too bad, was it?
No.
Nessie wants it.
Hey guys, thanks for your help.
Yep. Yeah.
That made that project really simple. That
Yeah.
part of it, anyways. So thank you again. Got the fender mounted in place. There's 15 bolts holding this. 15. Next up, we'll get the running board in place, and then we can figure out where our braces are going to attach to the frame. All right, I got the running board installed and got it bolted in on both the front and the back. And the last thing I need to do is put in the braces. I'm not sure if I'm going to weld these in or drill a hole in the frame and bolt them in. So I got to ponder that overnight and then get back to it tomorrow morning. You can see from these braces how far the mounting was off. This originally fit when I bought the truck because the running boards were shot and they were junk. So when I replaced them, put the new ones in, they didn't fit at all. So it's just, the hole should be like right about here. And I had to weld on this little plate of metal, put the hole here so I could attach the running boards. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this off, clean it all up, and I'm gonna reattach it to the frame. I think I'm gonna run 2 holes through the frame and just bolt it using these holes. temporarily mounted the running board to the brackets underneath. This way I can mark on the frame exactly where they need to go. Got the brackets bolted into the frame. I drilled some holes and tapped them so it'll make them easier to get out, and decided not to weld them. And then it bolts to the running board here. So I only have 2 brackets here, but I think that should be good enough. To finish it off, I sprayed the underside with some lizard skin. Dries really tough, and it's got the texture of a lizard. Well, that's it for the F1 for right now. We're gonna put this aside, bring it out when it gets a little warmer, paint this fender. Other things I'd like to do is I'm gonna put some sill plates in and maybe change up the front end a little bit. I added the extra tooth in the front end. Normally they just have 3 teeth. So I was thinking about taking a tooth out and maybe changing up the color. So what do you guys think? If you have any ideas, just put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Thanks again for watching. Wasn't a big project. It's a pretty small project, but yet it took a lot of time. Maybe I'm just getting old.